Let's be honest. Quantum manifestation has been hijacked by mysticism. Somewhere along the way, it became wrapped in vague affirmations, wishful thinking, and an endless chase for the perfect vibration. But the truth is, manifestation through the quantum field is neither magical nor complicated. It's mechanical, it's biological, and most importantly, it's trainable. You've been told that to manifest, you need to visualize harder, think more positively, and raise your frequency, as if flipping a mystical switch. But has that worked for you? Chances are, you're still stuck in the same patterns, feeling like you're doing everything right, yet getting nowhere. Why? Because manifestation isn't about wishful thinking. It's about alignment, and not the fluffy kind you see on social media. Real quantum manifestation is grounded in physics and biology. It's about how your nervous system communicates with the quantum field. Every thought, every emotion, every tension in your body sends out a frequency. Not the kind measured in hertz on your Spotify playlist, but energetic signals that interact with the field around you. And here's the part no one teaches. Your body's survival mechanisms are sabotaging those signals daily. Let me explain. Your brain might consciously desire abundance, love, or success. But if your body is locked in survival mode, clenched jaw, shallow breathing, tight chest, the field responds to that tension, not to your thoughts. Energy doesn't lie. The quantum field picks up on the true frequency you're broadcasting. Fear, lack, resistance. This is why so many people feel stuck. They are mentally affirming one thing, while their nervous system screams the opposite. Manifestation isn't blocked by your mindset. It's blocked by your biology. And until you learn how to shift that, no amount of visualization will create lasting change. Now, this might sound discouraging, but it's actually the best news you could get. Because it means you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to fake positivity. You simply need to learn how to tune your system, like adjusting the dial on a radio, to create coherence between your inner state and the quantum field. This process is not mystical. It's measurable. It's repeatable. And once you understand the mechanics, manifestation becomes a natural byproduct of your alignment dot. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to bridge this gap, not with vague theories, but with practical steps you can apply today. And the first step is this. Stop focusing on thinking your way into manifestation. Start focusing on feeling your way into coherence. Let's dive deeper into why your nervous system holds the real key to quantum manifestation. From birth, your body has been wired for survival, not for receiving. Every stressful event, every emotional wound, every unresolved fear has left an imprint in your nervous system. Over time, these imprints became default patterns, automatic responses designed to keep you safe. But here's the catch. What keeps you safe often keeps you stuck. Think about it. When you experience anxiety, your body contracts. Your breath becomes shallow. Your muscles tense. This is your nervous system preparing you for danger, even if there's no immediate threat. And while your conscious mind might be visualizing abundance or peace, your body is still broadcasting, "I'm not safe." In quantum terms, this incoherence creates signal distortion. The field doesn't respond to your words or your wishes. It responds to the energetic signature you emit. A scattered, tense system sends out scattered, tense signals. This is why affirmations alone don't work. They are superficial if they're not supported by a regulated nervous system. Now, here's the important part. Your body isn't the enemy. These responses are not flaws. They're outdated survival strategies. The goal isn't to eliminate them, but to gently rewire them. To teach your system that it's safe to relax, to expand, to receive. And that starts with somatic awareness. Most people try to manifest by forcing their minds to think positive. But manifestation begins in the body. When you become aware of how your body reacts, the subtle clenching in your gut, the tightness in your chest, the tension in your shoulders, you gain access to the real control panel of your frequency. Because in the quantum field, coherence is power. Coherence means your heart, your mind, and your body are in harmony. This state of internal alignment sends a clear, undistorted signal into the field. That's when manifestation becomes effortless. Not because the universe suddenly grants your wish, but because you finally remove the static from your own transmission dot. It's not about attracting from a place of lack. It's about becoming a clear channel for the reality you desire to flow through you, and you don't need years of meditation to access this state. Simple, deliberate practices, which I'll guide you through shortly, can recalibrate your system within minutes. But before we get to the how, you need to understand one more thing: your nervous system's loyalty to the familiar. Even if the familiar is discomfort, your nervous system doesn't care about your goals. It cares about what's familiar. Even if what's familiar is anxiety. Even if what's familiar is struggle. Even if what's familiar is the chronic sense that nothing ever really works out. This is one of the most frustrating truths when it comes to manifestation. Because if your system has normalized emotional chaos or energetic contraction, it will unconsciously resist anything that threatens that pattern, including the very changes you say you want. This isn't sabotage. It's self-protection. The body confuses discomfort with danger. So even when you visualize success, if your nervous system hasn't experienced success is safe, it will trigger a subtle fight or flight response the moment things begin to shift. You'll start procrastinating, overthinking, questioning whether you're doing it right. All of this is your system saying, better the devil, you know. This is why true quantum manifestation begins not with desire, but with safety. Before the field can reflect a new reality back to you, your body has to believe it's safe to hold that reality. You have to become a safe container for the very thing you're asking for. Otherwise, you'll repel it, not out of weakness, but out of loyalty to your past conditioning. And this is the work no one talks about. This is the real inner work, rewiring your body to receive. If this resonates with you, if you're starting to see why things may not have been working before, take a second right now to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment sharing one insight that's hitting you so far, not just to support the channel, but to anchor this truth inside you. Because when you pause to engage, you're doing something powerful. You're interrupting the automatic scroll, the passive consumption. You're choosing to signal to your system that this information matters, that this is worth remembering. And in quantum terms, even that tiny shift in attention creates a ripple dot. So go ahead, take that moment, breathe, and come back. Now, let's talk about what coherence really means, beyond the buzzword. Coherence isn't just a relaxed body or a quiet mind. It's a full body resonance. It's when your emotional state, your physical posture, your breath rhythm, and your inner dialogue are all aligned in one unified signal. No resistance, no fragmentation, just presence. And when you enter that state, the field doesn't just hear you, it mirrors you. You stop chasing outcomes. You stop begging the universe. You stop waiting. Instead, you become the frequency of what you desire, and the field organizes itself around you, not because you're lucky, but because you're aligned. Here's the breakthrough most people miss. The quantum field doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you are. That's why trying harder doesn't help. Thinking about abundance while your body is holding tension only amplifies the internal conflict. You're sending two signals, one from the mind saying, I'm ready, and another from the body saying, I'm not safe. And guess which one the field responds to? Always the stronger one. Always the most coherent one. This is where people get stuck for years. They chase new techniques, jump from one teacher to another, hoping for the secret formula. But nothing sticks because they're trying to overlay new beliefs on top of an old biology. You don't need more content. You need nervous system calibration. Think of it like this. Your body is the transmitter. Your emotions are the frequency, and the field is the receiver. When those pieces are aligned, manifestation becomes inevitable. Let's say you want to manifest love, but your system still holds the memory of heartbreak, betrayal, abandonment. You may think you're open, but your body is tight. Your breath is shallow. Your heart is guarded. You can visualize the perfect relationship every day, but if your system doesn't feel safe to receive love, the field won't reflect it. Not because you're unworthy, but because your signal is unclear. And this is where embodiment comes in. To truly manifest, you must embody the emotional state of what you desire before it arrives. Not as a performance, not as fake it till you make it, but as a biological truth your system begins to trust. When your body knows what it feels like to be loved, safe, supported, it begins to operate from that frequency naturally. You don't need to chase outcomes. You start attracting effortlessly because the field recognizes your coherence. But don't confuse this with forcing positivity. Coherence doesn't mean pretending to be happy. It means being present, honest, and regulated, even when things are uncertain. It means allowing yourself to feel without getting hijacked by your emotions. It means grounding your nervous system so deeply in the now that it stops recycling the past, because the past is the biggest interference. Every unresolved experience, especially the ones you've buried, keeps your system tuned to old realities. The field hears that, and until you consciously shift that frequency, your future will continue to look like your past. But you are not your past, and your biology is not fixed. Neuroplasticity is real. Somatic memory can be rewritten. The field is listening, always. But you have to give it a clear signal. That's what we're doing here. So, if you're ready to stop manifesting from confusion and start manifesting from clarity, keep going. Because in the next section, I'm going to show you how to start practicing this right now. Even if you've never felt fully regulated before, you don't need mysticism to manifest. That's the truth, and it's time we make it clear. Quantum field isn't waiting for you to chant the right words, burn the right candle, or align with some cosmic event. The field responds to clarity, to coherence, to what you are right now, not to what you performed on. So let's cut through the noise. Quantum manifestation isn't complex. It only feels complex because most people are taught to seek it outside themselves, in rituals, in techniques, in someone else's formula. But when you understand how the field actually works, it becomes incredibly simple. It's not about doing more. It's about removing interference. When your mind, your emotions, and your body are broadcasting the same message, that's coherence. That's when manifestation becomes inevitable. Because the field doesn't have a choice. It reflects coherence back to you. Always. So why does it seem like nothing is working when you try? Because you've been misled to believe that manifestation is about thinking positively or repeating mantras. That's surface level noise. The field doesn't respond to what you say. It responds to what your nervous system believes is safe. This is the bridge no one talks about. And it's the key to simplifying manifestation. The quantum field is listening, but your body is the translator. If your body is in survival, your signal is scrambled. If your body is regulated and open, your signal is clear. That's it. That's the method. It's not glamorous. It's not mystical. But it works consistently. So let's reduce it to 4 core principles. Safety. Without safety, there's no true receiving. Your nervous system must believe it's safe to have what you want. Clarity. Your signal must be free of contradiction. No mental yes and somatic no. Presence. Manifestation happens through the now, not the fantasy of later. Receptivity. When you're coherent, you don't have to chase. You attract naturally. The mistake isn't in your intention. It's in the static between your signal and the field. And once you learn how to remove that static, manifestation becomes simple, predictable, grounded. That's the simplicity most people overlook because they're too busy looking for something more complicated. And here's the deeper truth. Simplicity isn't shallow. It's powerful. It cuts straight to what matters. It asks you to stop performing, stop chasing, and start feeling fully, clearly, honestly. That's when the field moves, and it moves fast because there's nothing blocking the signal anymore. So now that you understand the mechanism, let's put it into practice. In the next section, I'll walk you through how to begin embodying this coherence today. No mysticism required. Let's break it down into something actionable. Not conceptual, not mystical. Just real. Step 1. Awareness. You can't shift what you don't feel, so take 60 seconds. Sit still. Close your eyes. Scan your body without judgment. Is your jaw tight? Are your shoulders raised? Is your breath shallow? That's your starting point, not your vision board, not your affirmations. Your body. Most people live disconnected from this layer. They try to manifest from their mind, but the mind is only a fraction of the signal. The body carries the rest. That's why results are inconsistent when you only use your thoughts. Step 2. Regulation. Once you've located the tension, you begin to soften, not forcefully, gently. Use your breath. Inhale slowly through the nose. Exhale even slower through the mouth. Let your shoulders drop. Let your belly soften. Let your breath deepen. This is not meditation. This is nervous system regulation. And it's the key to quantum clarity, because now your system is moving out of survival. Now you're becoming a safe space for receiving, and the field begins to respond. Step 3. Emotional congruence. Ask yourself, what emotion matches the reality I want to create? If it's abundance, maybe the emotion is openness. If it's love, maybe it's warmth. If it's purpose, maybe it's grounded excitement. Now, and here's the core, practice that emotion somatically. Don't just think about it. Feel it in your chest, in your breath, in your posture. Let your system rehearse that state, not in fantasy, but as embodied experience. This is coherence. It's not complicated. It's just unfamiliar to most people because we're trained to think, not feel, to analyze, not attune. But once you start practicing this, your system begins to recalibrate. It learns that it's safe to hold the emotion of the future right now. And when that happens, you stop chasing outcomes. You stop performing. You stop asking, is this working? Because you know it's working. You feel it. Your signal is clear. Your biology is no longer fighting your vision. The field has no choice but to respond. This isn't manifestation as fantasy. This is manifestation as feedback. And the feedback is instantaneous. Maybe not in the external result yet, but in your internal reality. You feel different. You show up different. And that shift alone begins to change the path ahead of you. You're no longer outsourcing power to mystical rituals. You're bringing it back to where it always belonged. You. That's the power of simplicity. That's the power of alignment. That's how the quantum field works. Not through performance, but through resonance. In the next section, I'm going to give you a daily practice. A simple 5-minute calibration to activate this alignment every single day, even if your life feels chaotic right now. Let's simplify everything we've covered into something you can actually do. Starting tomorrow morning. This is your 5-minute quantum alignment practice. Not a ritual, not a hack, A somatic, neurological, energetic reset. You'll start the moment you wake up, before the world gets loud, before your mind starts running. Step 1. Sit. Find a quiet place. Sit with your spine straight, but relaxed. Hands on your thighs or heart. Feet on the floor. Close your eyes. Step 2. Breathe. Take 3 long inhales through your nose. Exhale slowly through the mouth. With each breath, feel your body settle. Your shoulders drop. Your chest soften. Your face relax. This is your cue to the nervous system. We're safe. Step 3. Feel. Ask yourself, what's the emotion of the reality I choose to create today? Not the goal, the emotion behind it. Is it calm? Clarity? Confidence? Love? Once you identify it, let that emotion expand in your body. Breathe it in. Notice where it lives. Maybe in your chest, your stomach, your throat. Let your body memorize it. Step 4. Speak. Now, say one sentence out loud or in your mind that affirms your alignment, but not as a wish, as a truth. Not, I hope I'll feel confident today, but I am grounded in clarity today. Not, I'm trying to manifest love, but I embody the love I seek. Your system doesn't respond to performance. It responds to resonance. Step 5. Move. As you open your eyes and move into your day, stay connected to that emotion. Don't force it. Just revisit it. Breathe into it. Walk with it. Let it inform how you speak, how you look at people, how you sit in silence. And here's the truth most people overlook. You're not doing this to get a result. You're doing this because the result already exists, and your job is to match it. This daily calibration isn't magic. It's mechanics. It's emotional repetition. It's biological reinforcement. It's energetic clarity. And over time, not decades, not even months, sometimes just weeks, the external world begins to reflect what your internal system already knows. You're not hoping. You're not forcing. You're not stuck. You are the signal. And the field is listening. The quantum field doesn't respond to your wishes. It responds to who you are, consistently, energetically, emotionally. And here's the paradox. You don't access a new future by fixing your past. You access it by choosing a new signal. That's where most people get stuck. They wait to feel differently after life changes. They want the job before they feel confident. They want the partner before they feel loved. They want the healing before they feel whole. But the field is clear. It only reflects. Your internal frequency becomes your external feedback loop. So ask yourself now, really ask, what reality is my body broadcasting right now? Is it safety or threat? Trust or control? Flow or resistance? Because if your nervous system is still on high alert, still caught in old patterns, still rehearsing yesterday's wounds, then even your most powerful affirmations won't land. They'll bounce off the static of your survival mode. This isn't about blame. It's about awareness and choice. The moment you become aware that you've been living on autopilot, trapped in emotional muscle memory, looping the same fear-based expectations, that's the moment the portal opens. And it doesn't open through striving. It opens through presence, through sensation, through embodied decision. You don't need to wait years to shift timelines. You just need to choose deeply, truthfully, fully. Choose to release the past, not because it didn't matter, but because it already taught you what you needed to know. The lesson is complete. You're not who you were. And the field is ready for who you're becoming. So as you finish this video, I want to invite you into a real choice, not a passive intention, a visceral shift. Take one breath right now. Feel your feet. And with all of you, say it, feel it, mean it. I am no longer the version of me who waits. I am no longer the version of me who doubts. I am no longer the version of me who abandons herself to survive. You are the chooser, the broadcaster, the field responder. And if this message resonated, not just intellectually, but in your body, then this space was made for you. Let's keep building it together. Like this video to anchor your signal. Subscribe so we can meet again in the field. And drop a comment. I choose. Let the algorithm and the universe feel your resonance. You're not behind. You're not broken. You are just stuck in a loop that you're finally ready to exit. Now choose. And don't look back.